Hi, this is Paul Sanneman, founder of Contractor Staffing Source. I have with me today John of Joe's Carpentry in Canada, and he's going to talk a little about his experience with the company and what he's found out about it and that kind of thing. So, John, tell me about your company and what you do and how you do it.
So Joe's Carpentry, I'm a second generation. My father, Joe, started the business back in 1975. I kind of grew up in this business, and as I took over in 2005 with my brother, and we were basically taught from whatever my dad knew, and we had to learn a lot along the way to grow this business. When Dad owned it, it was 2 or 3 employees, but now we have about 20 employees plus a second company that has another 20 employees. So we've grown substantially over those years. Learned a lot along the ways, but there's always been a few challenges here and there, and I'm still learning every day.
Okay. So, what kind of work do you do mostly, John?
Our niche is basically additions and renovations. We do also do custom homes, but we found a niche more in the niche in the renovations, especially kitchens, bathrooms. So we do have a sister company that does cabinets as well, so they marry well together. So that complete turnkey renovation and addition has been our specialty in the last several years.
Okay. And what's your annual volume and average size project?
So we basically do about $6 million in sales. We're aiming to do between 1 and 3% in the advertising budget side of things. We're still working on perfecting that. I do work closely with APB Coach Clint to figure that stuff out and come up with plans to achieve our goals.
Okay. So, how long have you been working with Contractor Staffing Source?
I think we started with Staffing Source back in the summer. I can't remember exactly the date, but I'm going to say I think it was early summer, I believe, is when we started. We were in search of good candidates. We've hired some people in the past and just didn't work out. We're realizing maybe we're just not hiring the right people for the right job. And we needed to come up with a process and a good process that we could get the proper people in the right places and understanding why those people are for those good places. So Contractor Staffing Source was recommended to me by APB as well. They mentioned it to us, and I met with you guys and we started a relationship, and we were able to hire about 3 people from that, which has been worked well.
So, how has your experience been with it so far? What have you liked about it? I mean, just sort of tell me what's your experience of our company has been.
So the experience, I think, was great. It really opened the eyes to tools that are out there and the knowledge that others have of HR recruiting that I didn't have, and I didn't know where to go to. So you guys enlightened me a lot in a bunch of different areas, from hiring the right people, proper place to advertise, proper wording, also assessing our employees. Assess all our employees so we can find the goods and the bads and who we really like, so we can model our employees even to new hires as well. So that's really been a real great asset to us.
Okay. And who have you specifically hired and how have they worked out?
So we've hired an admin assistant, which helps me with documentation, all this kind of stuff as well, which was highly recommended also by you guys to do that. And we picked up went through the process, interviewed it, went through the process of assessments, narrowed it down to, after the video interviews, and narrowed it down to 3 people we interviewed in-house. And we ended up picking one, and she has been one of my best employees this year.
Okay.
In the carpentry side, I've hired a couple guys there. One has worked out very well. The other one had a few challenges with him, but we've learned a lot along the way too in that what to do.
Okay. So would you recommend CSS and why to any other contractors?
I have recommended them to some people asking, because a lot of people do have that challenge. They say, well, we can't hire good people, can't find good people. And I've recommended you guys to another contractor as well. And I will do it again. If you're looking for it, you need to go follow the process properly and look at the things behind the scenes too, not just, can they hammer a nail into a piece of wood?
And would you say was a good ROI on your investment?
Yes. Yes, it was a great return on our investment, because the people that we have hired are producing well, and
Okay.
that's paying dividends.
Okay. Well, any other thing you'd like to add to the people that might be listening to this about our company and your experience with it?
I would basically say if you're thinking about hiring and you're always a little bit, wondering if you're doing it the right way, don't be afraid to spend the money. It will be paid in return.
Great. Well, thanks, John. I appreciate it. And hope people listening to this will have a good idea.
Thank you for talking.